Okay, hello guys. Yeah, welcome back. So in last episode, we created this. Um bot, or this Discord bot, and yes, it works technically speaking, but it's not ideal. We want to have it be more broken apart so that we can simply very easily add new functions to it. Because yeah, this kind of works, but yeah, we probably want to do some more stuff with it. Also, if you're not really sure what to do or how to get a new function, or like, oh, when was it created out or joined out, like what I said last video, that's just search it. Just search it up online because I don't know everything. A lot of things I still need to search up because I'm sometimes very stupid. But yeah, let's create a handler and let's fix some things up. So firstly, let's get rid of this client token. How are we gonna do this? Well, we want to install .env. In .env, well, what its name says, it allows us to use .env files. So we got .env download like I just did. You can say require .env.config. And what that lets us do is it lets us create a .env file, and we can put in our bot token right here by saying is, so bot token is, and then we can copy our bot token from here. And we can just paste it into there, right, like that. And then instead of having this thing right here, we can just say process.env.bot_token. So like the same name that's right here. It should refresh like here, bot is up and ready. And it should still work. If I see user info or something like that, yeah, it still works. Only now the bot token is broken up, and this is nice if you want to open source stuff like that. Yeah. What else? Yeah, we want to break apart this code. So I'm gonna copy this, and we are going to put this in we're not gonna put all of this code in the command handler, because a lot of the functions we want to break up on a different way. But so what we're gonna say is instead of doing this, we want to get a command handler in our case. So we want to say require /command, and that's now gonna put that message query. It's gonna put that into the command stuff. So now everything that we need is in the command thing. Also, I'm gonna move prefix is also gonna go into the command folder. Actually, I'm gonna copy this. We'll get back to it later. So we're gonna say module exports, and this is gonna be an empty function, like this. And what does this mean? Well, it means virtually that we are exporting a function, and that we can require it and get the contents in the require thing. So what we want to do is, firstly, we might want to have a list of how we are going to reference everything. But before that, I didn't really prepare for this. I know how I want to do it, but it's going to be a kind of guessing work a little. So what we're going to say is, hey, firstly, let's require our prefix. So const prefix equals exclamation point. And we are just going to say, hey, if your bot returned, so message.author.bot return a lot of the same stuff, but we're going to get to how this is going to be different in a second. So if the message.content begins with an exclamation point, we talked about what at means in the last video. It begins with the exclamation point, then we want to work with it, else we want to return, get out of here, because it's not the code that we want to work with. So yeah. So like that. Let's quickly think. So prefix. I need to think. Give me 2 seconds. Yep. So if it begins with a prefix, we want to. Then what we want to do is we want to link it to our command handler. So or we want to link it to our command. So I'm going to create a commands.json file, and this command is going to hold all our commands. So like one of them can be like user info, and these commands are going to go in their own separate JSON file. So I'm going to put them in commands slash so user info is going to go in commands slash user info. And we can create that by saying slash commands slash user info .js. There you go. A folder cannot start with a slash, like that. There you go. So command slash user info, and we want to reference that from here. So we want to grab that commands.json thing. It's like commands. So const commands equals require dot slash commands.json. And now we can just say we can look through our commands and see which one needs to be used. So we can say for const c of commands, but we can't do this. And you might be wondering, why can we not do this? Well, because commands isn't an array. Commands is it's an object. Remember, because it's between these two, and if it's not, it would be between two square braces instead of curly braces. So what do we need to do to turn it into an object? We use the object.keys. And what does that mean? Well, it turns this, it makes an array of the first value of everything. In our case, it's going to be an array of 1, but it could be virtually something else. We could also add our hello thing right here, and we could say like dot slash commands slash hello. And there you go. No, it's gonna, in our array will then be hello and user info. And now we can go here, and we can say, hey, if the command that we have, so we need to grab our command. So we can say const command equals message.content.split with a space, and then we can say substring 1. And yeah, this thing getting the command we talked about last video, and say if the command matches any of the things we got in our database, or in not our database, but we got in our JSON file, well, then we want to run that. So we can say require, and then we want to say C, but we don't want to get the key, we want to get the value. So how are we going to get the value? Well, we act as if it's we can do this, and then we type in the, you can put square braces, and then if you type in the key, so if I would type in hello, it would give us back the commands that hello. So that's how that could work. And then we can put in here is it would be our command. Yeah, is that what we want? No, we can put in here our C value, and then this would be our commands, like that. Well, ultimately, we could also put in command, but C would just be better in our case. And we can put this down to lowercase. Can both them to lowercase to make it non-cap sensitive. So I'm gonna do that to lowercase. If you never done that before, it just puts the string to lowercase, virtually what it says. And then you just require that, and we want to give it our message, and there you go. So we require the function, and then we run the function. So now we can go into our user info, paste this, and the only thing we need in our case is the function itself. So it can say module.exports, and then we want to export the function like this with a message, and then we can move all of this upwards like this. There you go. And then we can require discord.js, and you wouldn't need this, but we're working with the embeds, so we need to require discord.js. It's like that. Do we need to require anything else? No, we do not, I think. Now if we say user info, it should still work. Oh no, we get an error. Substring is not a function. Oh, yeah, right, because we need to say split, because this creates an array, and then we want to get the first element of the array, and then if we say user info. Yeah, there you go, it works. If we say hello, it's not gonna, because it's like, hey, I'm not really sure where hello.js is. So we can create hello.js by just saying hello.js, and we can say module.export, and you can just grab that message, but we don't really need the message. Well, no, yes, we do, but you just say message.channel.send a hello to you too. And now if we say hello, we got that hello file, and it's gonna say hello back. So now every time that you would like to create a new function, you just put it into our commands.json, and you create a new JavaScript file. So that's like command handler. We could create like what could be an easy function that we can create? Yeah, I have no idea at the moment. I was like, maybe we could create something with a canvas, and if you wish to do that, you could type in canvas image manipulation with canvas, and I would recommend you looking through this, because you can load in images, edit the images, and then you can send that image, which is super cool. If you would love to do that, I would recommend you doing that. So yeah, that was the tutorial, actually. It was very short. It was shorter than I thought. But yeah, that's a command handler. It just handles the commands, and yeah, there you go. Goodbye.